Well, what do we got here tonight, kids?
At this point, you probably know what MultiVersus is. It's the upcoming fighting game inspired by Smash Bros., utilizing several popular characters from Warner Bros. This has given me and my friends the chance to pitch several characters that could be added to the game. I've talked about the potential of 2 scary characters already, but I think it's about time I talk about the ghost with the most. In this case, he's the ghost with the most moveset potential. So, say it once, say it twice, 3rd time's the charm. It's Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice!
It's showtime!
So, what are Beetlejuice's qualifications for joining MultiVersus? Well, I think Beetlejuice is iconic enough to stand his ground here. A lot of people still remember Tim Burton's iconic film, and Beetlejuice has gone on to be in a cartoon that won a Daytime Emmy, and later a musical, which got a few awards of its own. So yeah, it looks like people really dig their Beetlejuice material. Only thing getting snubbed is the NES game. Where's the award for that one, huh? Also, after years of silence, Beetlejuice 2 seems to actually be making progress. Like, Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder are already on board, folks. This is not a drill. With that new movie coming along, I think Beetlejuice is about to be more relevant than ever. That makes him the perfect candidate for MultiVersus in my eyes. Besides, I've already seen a lot of people asking for this guy in the game. I've probably seen him get more requests than Freddy and Pennywise at this point. So, Beetlejuice is the ghoul people are really hoping to see. Better not disappoint, Warner Brothers. Alright, but what's the B-Man bringing to the table in this moveset? Let's discuss his potential. Alright, so for this moveset, I'm going to mostly focus on what he did in the movie. The cartoon gives him a lot of stuff, but most people will recognize him for what he does in the film. First off, his side special could be him transforming into the Beetlejuice snake and stretching across the screen to attack enemies that get caught in his wake. This would be a move that you could hold so you can stretch longer, and when you let go, Beetlejuice will snap to wherever you lead him. Beetlejuice needs a move that can help his teammate as well. Maybe with his down special, he can draw a door to the Netherworld in the background, which lets Beetlejuice travel like Bugs Bunny's hole in the ground. Once you place the door, your teammate will be able to travel through it as well. If any enemies are next to the door when either of you exit, ghastly spirits will fly out the door and harm them. For the standard special, maybe Beetlejuice will stick his finger out like a gun and say bang. Anyone caught in its wake will be momentarily paralyzed. The longer you hold the special, the longer the victim will be paralyzed. As for the up special, I think you can just have Beetlejuice fly, but give him a limit on how long he can do it. This can't be used for harming anyone, but it'll save you from being sent back to the Netherworld. As a charged attack, maybe Beetlejuice can turn his hand into a hammer and whack foes away like he's playing golf. Maybe he'll say, "It's a hole-in-one!" if he successfully gets you with that one. This seems like a pretty fair moveset for the Juice, but now that I've brought up the idea of him saying things in the game, that leads us to our next category.
Go ahead. Make my millennium.
There have been 3 actors who have portrayed Beetlejuice over the years, but if you really want this to work, you have to get Michael Keaton back. Michael Keaton is already down to return as Beetlejuice for the upcoming sequel, so I don't think he'd mind it all that much. He's done some voice acting here and there, so I can't see him having a hard time getting to a booth for this. I really think Warner Brothers should do everything in their power to hire Keaton for this role, because he made so much out of it. Like, Beetlejuice is only in the movie for a few minutes, but Keaton was so amazing in the role that you'd think he was in most of it. Also, I have a different idea for the other actors, so we need Keaton for this one. What will he be saying? Obviously, he has to start his matches with the iconic line,
It's showtime.
You'd be crazy not to include that line here. You could pull a couple other quotes from the movie too, but maybe you can also let Keaton ad-lib a little and see what happens. He's got a pretty good understanding of the character. Beetlejuice should say some unique lines to other characters too. If he's fighting Jake, maybe he'll say something along the lines of, "I said I'd chew on a dog, didn't I? Guess it's time to put my money where my mouth is." If his teammate dies, maybe Beetlejuice can sarcastically say,
Ooh, you're a real team player, aren't you?
Or he can get more aggressive and say something like,
This is the help I get? Come on, you're working for a professional here!
just to show off how rude he can be. I could honestly come up with a lot of interactions Beetlejuice can have with people in this game, but to save time, I'll leave the rest to your imagination. Beetlejuice's personality being accurate is all that matters to me. Okay, I mentioned other voice actors earlier, and that was for this. I still don't know if this is how it works or not, but if certain alternate skins can change the voice actors, I want Beetlejuice's costumes to include his cartoon self and his musical self. For the musical look, I'm sure you can get Alex Brightman to play him here. He already voiced him on Teen Titans Go, so I guess there's nothing he won't do. For his cartoon self, I guess you'd have to see if you can contact Stephen Oymet. I probably butchered that. Anyways, he's apparently still working in television, so maybe he's up to voice the Ghost of the Most again. With both incarnations, Beetlejuice's lines should be different. For the cartoon version, he should make a lot more cheesy puns. Puns are his bread and butter, after all. With the musical version, I guess you'd have him being a little more meta, breaking the fourth wall more often. As for costumes that the original Beetlejuice can wear, you can have him don his outfit from when we first see him leave the coffin, and another one could be him in his wedding suit. That seems pretty self-explanatory to me.
Shall we?
What could his stage be? I wonder where a guy, an everyday Joe like myself, can draw some inspiration from.
Yeah.
Sure! Why the hell not? Let's make it the strip club that Beetlejuice goes to.
Oh, yeah, here I come, baby.
I guess if we actually want this to work, you'd have to downplay it a bit. Or maybe just having his stage take place in the miniature town with the club somewhere in the background would work fine. Well, we've got that taken care of. Everything seems pretty much laid out for Beetlejuice now. I guess I did my job pretty well, huh? Or maybe you hated all of my ideas, I don't know. But if Beetlejuice gets in this game, I'll die happy.
And remember, I'll eat anything you want me to eat. I'll swallow anything you want me to swallow. So come on down now. Chew on a dog. Oh!